Hello and welcome to Past Blast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the day the sea came for Galveston, how a hurricane crowned Houston king. It is September 8th, 1900. The people of Galveston, Texas, woke up to a warm, sunny morning, unaware that before the sun set, their city would be gone. By nightfall, walls of water 15 feet high would roar through these streets. Entire families would vanish in seconds. And the deadliest natural disaster in US history would not only claim thousands of lives, it would crown a new king of Texas, Houston. At the turn of the century, Galveston was the Wall Street of the South. Its port was the second busiest in the nation. Cotton, grain, and cattle poured through there. Grand hotels lined the strand. Gas lamps lit the streets. And carriages clattered past mansions built by merchants who had struck it rich. Houston, just a muddy inland town struggling to keep up. If you wanted opportunity in Texas, you came to Galveston. It was the crown jewel of the Gulf. And no one feared the sea. On the morning of September 8th, Cuban weather observers had already warned of a hurricane in the Gulf. But the US Weather Bureau in Washington brushed them off. They believed storms traveled northeast, not west toward Texas. So Galveston stayed calm. Families visited the beach. Children played in the surf. Some noticed the tide was strange. The waterline had crept or above normal, swallowing the sandy beach. By mid-afternoon, winds screamed at 100 miles an hour. Rain lashed the island. The telegraph lines went dead. And Galveston was cut off from the world. By evening, the Gulf came ashore. Waves smashed through homes, ripping them from their foundations. Streets became rivers. Entire blocks floated away. People clung to rooftops, to trees, to each other. Isaac Klein, the chief weather observer in Galveston, he tried to warn people earlier in that day, but now he and his family were trapped like everyone else. His wife wouldn't survive the night. At the Ursuline convent, nuns tied children to themselves with clothesline, hoping to keep them from getting swept away. By morning, every one of these children were gone. When the storm ended, 8,000 souls, nearly 1 in 5 people on the island, were dead. Galveston buried its dead in mass graves, only for the sea to wash bodies back ashore again. Survivors burned the corpses on funeral pyres that lit the night sky. But beyond the grief, something else shifted. Investors looked inland. Houston, protected from hurricanes by Galveston Bay and connected to the Gulf, by the ship channel became the safer bet. By 1914, the Houston Ship Channel opened, deep, wide, and ready for ocean-going vessels. Trade flowed in, oil money poured through, and in less than 2 decades, Houston became the commercial and shipping capital of Texas. Galveston rebuilt, but it never regained the crown. Today, a seawall runs along Galveston's coast, a monument to a city that learned the sea's fury the hard way. Houston, now one of America's great cities, owes part of its rise to that terrible night in 1900, a night when the Gulf decided who would rule Texas commerce. History remembers the victims and the lesson that nature always has the final word. This has been Past Blast. Thank you.